Hello everybody. Hope everyone are enjoying virus holidays. Okay, let us begin with a topic called as genic balance theory. This topic I already covered, but once again I am explaining this topic so that everyone can have a recap of whatever you have studied earlier. So genic balance theory was first proposed by C.B. Bridges in 1921. So you know that as we have discussed in the earlier classes, Y chromosome has no role in the identification of the sex of the individual in case of Drosophila. It helps only in the fertility of the male sex, but has nothing to do with the determination of sex of the male Drosophila. Therefore, how to determine the sex of the individual in case of Drosophila is totally depend upon the number of X chromosome to the number of autosomes. That is, the ratio of X chromosome to the ratio of autosomes will determine the sex of the individuals in Drosophila. So for example, in case of female Drosophila, we know that it can be represented with the genotype AA plus XX. That is, they have 2 X chromosomes and 2 autosomes. So the values coincide exactly to 1, then it is called as normal female Drosophila. Okay, so similarly in case of male Drosophila, we know that the genotype can be represented as AA plus XY. That is, the autosomes numbers are 2 and allosomes, because we are not we are interested in the Y chromosome, we are interested only in the X chromosome. So here the number of X chromosome is only 1 and number of autosomes is 2. So when you divide this, the ratio as per the sex index or the genic balance theory, the X divided by, so here the number of X chromosomes is only 1 and number of autosomes is 2, here 2. So when you divide the value, it is coinciding for 0.5. Okay, so if it is coming for 0.5, when you divide this ratio, if you get this ratio, then you can call it as male Drosophila. So next, so as per genic balance theory, so if you assume if the autosomes carries the value equal to 1, then it determines maleness. So if you just assume it, if autosomes is equal to 1, then, so remember we are talking about the genic balance theory. So here in the genic balance theory, he has just predicted, suppose if you are giving the value for autosomes is equal to 1, then it determines maleness. So assume if autosome A is equal to 1, then it determines maleness. Okay, I am repeating this. Similarly, if you give the value for allosome, that is X chromosome, we are not interested in Y chromosome, remember only for the X chromosome. If you give the value for X chromosome is 1.5, then it determines femaleness. Okay, so we know that in case of normal male, it is number of autosomes is AA plus XY. Genotype can be represented as AA plus XY because they are diploid organisms. So AA plus XY. So here A is 1, one more is A is added. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so 2, the ratio is 2. Autosomes is 2 and here the allosome is only 1 X is there. So we have already said that if you assume for the value X chromosome 1.5, then it determines female. So here when you compare the ratio, here it is 2 and for the other X chromosome is only 1.5. So which value is more here? 2 value is more when compared to that of 1.5. Okay, so it determines which one? It determines the maleness. Okay, so genic balance ratio is tilted for the maleness. So genic balance ratio for maleness is more when compared to that of femaleness. When you compare these two, you can say that for this, especially for this, it is representing for the male. So balance theory is more towards the maleness when compared to that of the femaleness. Okay, so similarly, in case of normal female, the genotype can be represented as AA plus XX. So here if you total A plus A, 1 plus 1 is 2 and here 1.5 plus 1.5. X we have already said, if you assume the value as per the genic balance theory, if you give the value 1.5 for X, then 1.5 plus 1.5 it will be becomes 3. So here which value is more? When compared to 2, 3 is more. So whichever value is more, in this case, here it is 3 is more. So it represents the femaleness. Genic balance theory for female is more when compared to that of the maleness. Okay. So now finally we'll go for what is exactly genic balance theory. From all these aspects we'll come to know that if the value is equally coinciding for 1. So we have just discussed earlier, if the value is coinciding exactly for 1, it is for the normal female. If the value is coinciding for 0.5, then it is normal male. So if the value is between 1 and 0.5, that is if the value is 0.5 to 1, in between 0.5 to 1, in between this, then it is called intersex. If the value is greater than 1, then it is called a super female, because male, normal female only is having 1. If it is exceeding more than 1, then you can call it a super female. So similarly, if the value is less than 0.5, if the value is less than 0, then it is called as super male. So we will have an example related to this, how you can get the super male and super female, normal male, normal female, and intersex. So let us have here we will just discuss effect of sex determinant based on the number of autosomes to the number of allosomes. It can also be called as sex index. So here sex index is nothing but, as we have already discussed, it is nothing but number of X chromosome to the number of autosomes. Suppose if you have a triploid female, triploid means the number of autosomes and number of allosomes should be same. If there is a triploid female, and assume there is a one diploid male. Also let us cross the triploid female with the diploid male. Diploid male is going to produce a normal healthy gametes. You can make it out. This is a diploid male, 2A plus X1. So it will produce two types of healthy gametes. These are called a healthy gametes. A plus X, A plus Y. There is a healthy gamete. Whereas this triploid female, these are female. This triploid female will produce two unhealthy gametes. Four unhealthy gametes. So this is in one case. Next time when it produces gametes, they also again will be very unhealthy gametes. So these are called as unhealthy gametes. Unhealthy gametes. So here in unhealthy gametes, so you can make it out. This triploid female will sometimes produce 2A plus 2X. And sometimes it will produce A plus X. So you can make it out, they are not healthy gametes, they are unhealthy gametes. So again one more time they will produce 2A plus X. You can make it out here. First time they will have diploid type, that is 2A plus 2X chromosomes, and it will produce A plus X. Next time it will produce 2A and 1X. Here it is 2X, here is 1X second time. And in the next again one more type of gametes they will produce A plus 2X. So here it is balancing. Two unhealthy gametes one time. These are again two unhealthy gametes one time. So like that they will produce different types of unhealthy gametes. When these unhealthy gametes are mated with the healthy gametes of the male, then how is going to be the organism is going to be formed. So here you can make it a 2A plus 1A, it will become 3A. 2X plus 1X will become 3X. Okay. So similarly here 2A plus A become 3A. 2X plus Y will become 2X plus Y. So same way here A plus A 2A, X plus X 2X. So similarly A plus A, X plus Y. So same unhealthy gametes mating with the healthy gametes will produce 3A plus 2X, and 2A plus 1 3A, X and Y. So XY. So here again A plus A 2A, 2X and 1X will become 3X. So same way A plus A 2A, X, Y. So X, Y. Now let us see what is the sex of the individual after it is getting the different combination of X and autosomes, X chromosomes and autosomes. So here there are, we will just check it out whether what type of organism is going to be produced, whether it will be normal female, healthy female, or super female, intersex, or whatever it is. Okay, so here there are 3X. We know the sex index ratio is number of X chromosomes to the number of autosomes. So here number of X chromosomes is 3, number of autosomes is also 3. 3 divided by 3. So when you divide, you will get 1. So we have already discussed if the value is coinciding to 1, then we call it as it is a female. But what type of female here? It is triploid female. So because 3X are there, 3 autosomes, so it is called as triploid female. Female only, but what type of female? Triploid female. So here sex index ratio, so 2X are there divided by 3. So 2 divided by this coinciding for value 0.66. So when we have already discussed, if the value is 0.66 in between 0.2 to 1, then it will call it as intersex. Same way here you can make 2 divided by 2, you will get the value is equal to 1, so it is a normal female. If the value is 0.5, that is, you know that only one X chromosome is there and 2 autosomes are there, it's coinciding by a value 0.5, so it is called as normal female, sorry, normal male it is. So here you can make it out 2 allosomes divided by 3 autosomes, so it is coinciding value 0.66, so it is intersex because the value is between